So what happens to older driver's license and ID cards that have been renewed? Is there a termination process for the older expired ones as well? I just explained the older expired ones. When you go through our process, again, we want to teach people the difference of trust law. The DMV contract is a trust. It's an adhesion trust, no matter how you look at it. The elements of a contract are offer, acceptance, consideration, performance, and full disclosure. This is not that. This is the DMV offering you a single page piece of paper, a DMV license agreement. They're the grantor. They've made, if you read it all, if you do such and such, you will go to jail for 6 months. If you have 0.08 or higher, you will do this, you will pay this, you will put, and you've agreed to being the trustee of the all caps name of the trust. And you're creating this trusted indenture, this adhesion trust. So people have this idea that they, and I always kind of have a fun with this, but sovereign citizen mentality is to go up into the mountains, burn your driver's license, grow your hair long, and never shave your legs again, and have bonfires and talk about how you hate the corporation. No. Be wise as a serpent and soft as a dove. And this is the approach that we take. Let's be smarter than these guys. They're creating trust. So what we're going to do is we're going to redesign the trust. And that's what we do at the DMV. You have two choices. You can keep the license or you can let the license go. We cancel the license legally by doing an administrative process. And if you understand the power of an administrative process, in any court case, you must exhaust the administrative remedy. There's always a private side remedy, and that's called your court of record. And then there's a public side remedy where if you were to ever have to go into court, you'd bring in your own court of record as being the established jurisdiction in the case. And so we canceled the license basically for the living man. And because they're not training law enforcement to not pull you out by your hair for not having a license, we're going to let you keep the license in your wallet for the registered organization as the beneficial interest versus the trustee. It's that simple. All of these are trusts. We're moving you into a position of beneficiary instead of being the trustee through an administrative process. And then we put it into the public and then we serve them with it. And they can't do jack about it. And they know it. They know it. And we explain all the law, all the case sites, and the doctrine that goes behind it right on the DMV docs. We do the same for the SSA, we do the same for the IRS and so forth. So you get a real schooling when you read these docs. You're gonna go, holy crud. That's what everybody does. They're very powerful, very powerful. And the funny thing is, there's no law that you are required to have a driver's license. There's no law that you are required to have a social security card. There's no law that you required to pay taxes or be contracted with the IRS. And that's a fact, Jack. I mean, they'll make you think differently, but there's a revocation of election within the IRS code. So we hit it. There is, and we also hit the removal of signature, and we also hit the status change, and we hit the IRS with a total of 9 docs for you. The SSA, we hit them with a total of 3, DMV 3, and other adhesion contracts. And then all of that, after you do our entire process, 3 to 5 months, depending on how quick you are and how quick they are with your passport. You bundle it up, you put it behind an active state, you put that into the public, you grab a couple copies, and you serve all the sheriff and Department of State secretary, whoever you want, a notice and copy. And it's just, hey, look, I'm not a sovereign citizen. Just want you to know I'm a proud American. I'm here to support you guys. If you want to be if you need to deputize somebody to come and help you and to defend the greatest county in the world, the greatest nation in the world, I'm your guy. And that's kind of the notice that we give them. We don't want to do any pretentious sovereign citizen crap, because that's not what we're going for. We're not one leg in, one leg out. We're just out. But we're here to support the greatest nation in the earth. And guess what? Every single self-governed American is all the way out. Okay. And so that's the important thing to understand about our approach and our strategies. It's restructuring trust.